Hey everyone, and welcome to the past from my most recent trip to South Korea. Join me as I take you on a tour from my trip. It's only a week long, but I'll be putting these videos together that'll include a day or two at a time. Here, you see I am at the Myeongdong market. This market's awesome. You can walk these streets. There's big lines of food stalls, anything you could ever want. Lots of restaurants, bars, etc. It is a really cool place where you can just spend about $5 at those different food vendors. And overall, Korea, something about it, you can see it right now. It's just a very walking friendly place. And after I was done at the market, I walked over to this place called Cheonmachong Stream. There's a longer name, but right in the center of the city, you can see they have this stream cutting through, and you could walk on both sides of it. It was a very calm, serene place right in the middle of everything. It's cool seeing the giant lights and billboards in the back. Kind of a playground for adults, and people are here all day and night. If you ever go to Korea, highly recommend going here at night. And of course, there's some nice music on in the background. But this is from my first day. You fly into Incheon Airport, and then you take trains and buses to Seoul. It's a wonderful time. And getting around in Korea, honestly, I thought was way easier than Japan, because you just get this T-money card. You load it with money. You get on any bus or subway train. You scan it, tells you how much you have left. And it's just very easy to get around by bus or train and then walk around everywhere. Check this out. We're in the center of the city, and we even have these cool creatures. This is the next morning. Went to a cafe. Turned out to be one of those chain places. I like going to the local spots. And after that, I went to the National Museum of Korea. As it was opening up, I was there a little early, which was nice because I got to walk the grounds. On the outside, this may be one of the most beautiful museums I've ever seen. Look at this pagoda, giant opening through the middle of this museum. Well, good morning from Seoul, Korea. I am at the National Museum of Korea this morning. I'm going to get after it today. Yesterday, as you saw, I went to one of the markets where they had these aisles of food. You could get street food as all like $6-7. And then I went to the Cheonmachong River, probably saying it wrong, and that was just beautiful, located right in the center of Seoul. But here I'm at the museum, albeit a little earlier, and got about a half-hour wait, so I'm just going to enjoy the quiet and the silence around here. They got these beautiful grounds, as you can see. Look at this awesome pond, and there was the little pagoda over there. And today I'm going to get after it a little bit. The palaces, there's two main palaces I wanted to see. They're closed on Tuesdays. Didn't know that, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. But today I'm going to go up into a tower. I think it's called Lotte Tower. I'm going to see this big library place and hit up one of the main market squares as well. So far, Seoul's been great. Traveling around here is even easier than Japan. You get a T-money card, takes you everywhere. But yeah, so far so good. And then before entering in, I walked up to this opening, and just beautiful views everywhere. And so this museum, on the outside, inside, just an architectural beauty. I thought this was cool. They have these guide robots. When I've been to Japan and Korea, it's like they're 500 years in the future. And you can select whatever language, and it'll take you around to these different displays, scan it, and explain it in your language, which is pretty cool because I was the only English-speaking guy. And what was also cool about this museum, absolutely free. It's absolutely free. They have a lot of prehistory, going back to the Neolithic times. Of course, modern times, these Buddhist statues were beautiful. Just look at that museum. So after that, I headed over to this place called Starfield Library. It looked like a really cool place. And as you can see, it is cool. Now you see a lot of people with their phones out. This was like influencer central, and I am not an influencer. Now here's my bad attempt at trying to be. And you just go up and down these places, these escalators. There's coffee shops, and no, you can't grab books from the top shelves. So there's a Starbucks connected. It'll look cool, but honestly, it's one of those things after Korea that I would have been fine skipping. Now this I thought was cool. This is the Lotte Tower. It is the tallest structure in Korea, and as of today, in 2026, the 6th tallest tower in the world. And this is in the elevator ride as you go up, showing different parts of Seoul. And they opened the windows, and it was hazy. There's a lot of haze for the first half of my trip, coming over from mainland Asia. And so you might not be able to see as far into the distance as you would like, but it was still crazy beautiful. And when you're up so high, just looking at all these buildings, kind of makes you feel like, I heard another person say this, it makes you feel like you're in the Matrix a little bit, just because the repetitiveness of the buildings, but it's so dang cool. It almost doesn't even feel real when you're looking at it, kind of like you're looking down through a TV screen. But there's a few floors that you can walk around, get the whole panoramic view. I'm just trying to look, north, south, east, west, get all the different views of the city. And, for how big Seoul looks in this part of my video. So here I am in the top of the Lotte Tower. A little bit foggy out there, but absolutely beautiful. As I was saying before I interrupted myself, for how big Seoul looks, honestly, getting around by train and doing all the main touristy stuff, it didn't feel as big. Like it's Tokyo with the 5 main different districts, Seoul and the main touristy things to see, and even kind of non-touristy. It felt very achievable for a few days. I was there for about 3 days, and it felt perfect to get all the things done. Now, I got after it. I was walking about an average of, 14, 15 miles a day, which was really nice. Here you have, it's cool. Some people, I saw a couple of people freaking out on this thing, but it's totally safe and fine. You get a nice view straight down. And the height that you're at right now would be about the max height of the former World Trade Centers. So just amazing to think that's how high up you are. There you have the river running through. I forget the name of the river. But again, Seoul is huge. I want to say it's like 10 million people, maybe, that live in and around Seoul. And Seoul is a very cool place. And this was just a random girl playing piano. Obviously very talented. After this, I went to the Gwangjang market. Now, if you've watched Netflix Street Food Asia, the Korean episode, this is the exact spot. The famous lady in the pink, she's there on the left. But I had about 3 different meals, tried different things, try to get out of my comfort zone. This is, I think, they call mung bean paste. It looks so disgusting right there, but they put in these pucks and they deep fry it. Some they stuff with meat or shrimp. I did try it. And at these markets, you will expect to pay $1 or $2 more than your average place or your average local market. But it was cool just walking around, seeing all the different stuff they had. I love watching or walking through those markets. And then lastly, on this day, I stopped in Hongdae. It's kind of a college town. A lot of young people, a lot of cool shops, bars. Got my first Korean barbecue. And this is the thing, it's not as common where I'm from, but cutting meat with scissors. It's common in some places, but they cut it up and you can continue to rotate it on this metal grill if it's not done to your liking, but it was pretty good. Had a great time. The food wasn't bad. And then I stopped off the day at a nice cocktail bar and got a couple drinks. So thanks for joining me. Part 2 will come out soon.